Boom, boom. This is Kendra. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. All right, so I got a final review out now for Masked for Death. All right, so this was an interesting title. It's based on the Overlord anime, so but it really does not follow the Overlord anime. I mean, it follows the general story, but it's not closely beholden to it because you're fighting slimes and things like that. They have to extend the actual gameplay mode so that you could actually have something to do, because it would be over too quick if they just followed the Overlord anime, because not a lot of the Overlord anime is about fight. I mean, it has a lot of fighting in it, of course, because it is based on an MMO, the standard MMO where somebody, servers are shut down, he's on the server, wakes up, and he's actually in the game type thing, but it's no longer a game, that type of situation. But there's not really enough to keep it going on, so they introduce a lot of slimes and stuff at the beginning, and a lot of repetitive nature of things, and that's one of the things that make this game not very fun. It's to be honest, it's boring. The characters, the actual graphics are subpar. Don't get me wrong on the actual character. The actual character looks are actually pretty good. I mean, the characters really do look like the actual, character that's in the anime. But it's just not something that would be able to at least, command my attention for any limited period of time. I was pretty much burned out on it by the fourth day after I completed the Battle of Karn Village. And I'm about halfway to three-quarters of the way through the Chaos Field. It's pretty much the same thing. It's very basic in terms of it seems like what they've done is they've taken the basic requirements of a gacha game and made a gacha game with those basic requirements, because there's really nothing new in terms of this that would enough to continue to keep my interest for any extended period of time. Some people may enjoy it, but I don't expect anyone to play this game for an extended period of time. I don't think that's what it was designed to do, which is really unfortunate, because having a really nice dynamic game based on the Overlord anime would be a tremendous thing. Something like they've done with Bleach Immortal Souls, which has, I would say, at least 50 or 75% more content than this has. So it's just that's what they did. I just see it as a basic, what you need to just have a basic game, and put it down, and that's what they got. I mean, there is no you got your character, and you got a what they call a chaos relic. There's no equipment. There's no armor, anything like that. It's just basically your skills and your chaos relic. And unfortunately, the summoning does not just summon characters; it also summons chaos relics. So I drew I drew about 7 or 8 draws, and I got on 7 of those draws, 5 times I got a max level 5, but on 4 of those they were just chaos relics, and only 1 time did I actually get the actual character. I went ahead, since I was not going to be playing the game, I went ahead and reloaded the game and re-rolled to see how the thing was. The first time I had a mare, as I got 1 mare, and that's it. The second time I did it, I got mare again, and just 1 time, and that was it. Third time I didn't get anything in level 5. Fourth time I didn't get anything. And then the 5th time I got a beta, which is who I'm using right now, this CUC right here, as my character. So I just did that just to see how they shape up. So this game is not something that it's boring. That's just to be blunt about it. If it's something looking to kill time, don't I would find it very hard pressed for anyone to play this for an extended period of time, because it's just over and over and over. The combat is not dynamic. It's basically, each character hits the other one, so you can manual it, but it's just really slow in terms of that. And you might want to sometimes target the character with the most hit points occasionally in the last battle, but it's just really not exciting. After the fourth day, I lost complete interest in it. I went ahead and played it a little bit longer just to see if anything was going to be interesting in terms of what. But no, it's just not this. It's just not something that I would focus on. The draw rates are extremely low. Like some gacha games, this is not like a gacha game where you get all the characters and then you have the fun of building them up and choosing which ones you want to focus on. You're not going to have that option. They clearly have low pull rates, and the reason is because they don't have many characters. That might improve. I mean, as this game ages, they might add. I assume they'll add more stuff, add more characters, maybe add some type of thing. But it just doesn't have it yet, and it's just not exciting. So I went up to level 17, and I beat the Karn Village event. You got a 4-star Chaos Relic as a reward. Some of the things are gated; you have to pay for. I would not spend money on this game. I don't even think it's going to last very long. I mean, a game of examples, Overhit. I don't know if you remember Overhit, but Overhit was extremely well done. Excellent characters. A lot of content. It's a beautifully graphic game. Lasted about a year because of this. It was just wasn't exciting. This right here is, but I was able to play. I played Overhit for probably about 7 or 8 months consistently. On my cell phone, going to and from work when I was on the train. And I enjoyed it. It was fun. I didn't have any trouble with it, but still, it only lasted a year, and that's because there's not much you can do after. You got the thing that kept it alive was raids and things like that on world bosses and stuff. I don't see that here. I assume they probably will have that sometime, but right now I don't see any of that. So the multiple function is interesting, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to try this game, is because I thought it'd be really great to play with a bunch of group of friends. But it's dead. There's not a lot of them open, and so it just takes too long to try to pair up. So to have something like this function, the multiple function, you have to have a lot of people playing the game, and I don't think there are. So that's what it is. Everybody who I know that reviewed this just reviewed it and said, wasn't a very good game. There's a few people who are still playing it and doing videos on it, but for the most part, I have to agree with what everybody else says. It's not a very exciting game. It's just if you want to kill a few days, you might want to give it a try. But no, it's just not something that's exciting considering what's out there. There's a lot more games out there that are a lot more exciting, a lot more nice, a lot more graphically enticing, with better story. Okay, so unfortunate. So yeah, I'm gonna say not the game for me, but that's something for you to determine if you want to play it. But I've given you what I found out on 7 days. So it's up to you to determine what you want to do. But yeah, it's not something that I'm going to stick to. Okay, so Mass for the Dead, not for me, but you be the judge. All right. So again, go ahead and put a like on this video if you like it, and go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the little bell notification ding if you want to be notified whenever I drop a video. And this is Ken Rear. I am in the corner, and I'm signing out.